have the power almost equal to the Speaker of Parliament, to the extent that you can ask MPs to just stand up for nothing. Okay, so thank you. My job is quite simple because I believe the bulk of the work has already been done in terms of recapping what we learned yesterday, as well as also the activities that happened yesterday. I liked one commentary which said that you can open an event in the afternoon and start it in the morning. So that one is captured. But the interesting event for yesterday was when we received the opening remarks, as well as also the status of the energy sector from Dr. Zimbabwe. We also received an introduction from Dr. Wilson Matekenya in terms of IRENA and also its programs for Zimbabwe. Thereafter, we moved on to the presentation by the consultant who then presented issues concerning the agricultural sector with respect to the deployment of renewable energy in their decentralized or distributed format. So I will just give a summary of that presentation, capturing in the key points. The first point was an analysis of the situational state of our agricultural sector in terms of employment rates, market share, in terms of also contribution to the gross domestic product, power purchase parity. Then the presentation also moved on to some key takeaways in terms of our state in the agricultural sector, to do with whether our agriculture can be revamped through the use of renewable energy and also be further expanded. There was also discussions around the use of renewable energy in the agricultural value chains. Presentations were made in terms of how data was collected, their sampling frame, sampling strategy, the type and level of data collected, the key undertakings and key considerations which were also considered as part of that data gathering exercise. Then there were also some key recommendations in terms of the renewable energy technologies that are applicable in terms of adoption for agriculture. I remember listening through to various types of DREs that could be adopted. One such being those equipment that are already in the market and are available for commercial purchase. Another category being those equipment which are known to have worked elsewhere and can actually be conditioned for our local climate. Then the other one were also the emerging technologies. And I think one key aspect which was considered was electric vehicles, which can also offer an add-on to the agricultural value chain. Then there was also a presentation in terms of the key undertakings in terms of short-term, that is 2024 to 2025, medium-term 2025 to around 2030, I think coinciding with our NDS, One Goals and Vision 2030. Then also the long-term strategies, that is from 2030 to 2040. I hope the consultant and myself will still be available then. Then the consultant also took us through the value chains, including the selection criterion used to adopt these value chains, which probably I can just highlight as crops and agriculture, livestock, maize value chain, groundnuts value chain, tomato value chain, mangoes, fish, etc. What was a key discussion point along this was the emergence of the economical parameters to then determine the bankability as well as also the feasibility of these value chains with respect to the introduction of the distributed or decentralized renewable energy solutions. Then there was key discussions on investment strategies and funding flows. I think you all remember there was a presentation of a flowchart there where there was discussions around how funding can be sought, how bankable these projects can be, including also the economic parameters that can result from the aforementioned. Then I remember we had a discussion and there were contributions from our IPPs, including also, I don't know why I like to call this an IPP. Maybe it's because I understand from yesterday's meeting that this approach that you are taking in terms of decentralized is no longer just a ZESA issue, but it's now an energy provision issue, which means ZESA is included, RE is included, including the traditional IPPs. I take recognition of the comments made by one representative from the renewable energy sector, who also spoke about the need to ensure that there is inclusion of an optimum energy mix and where quality of renewable energy equipment is mainstreamed. Because without the quality of renewable energy equipment, all these designs may not really work to the extent that we expect. I remember by designs, the consultant mentioned solar pumping systems for irrigations. I think there was a presentation which also highlighted the drip irrigation. There were contributions, whether that drip would have sprinklers, etc. So you can see the value of technology as it integrates with renewable energy and agricultural value chain. Then we also had a discussion on the calculations related to the market determination of funding sources, funding pathways, and also funding opportunities. I remember there were some tables displayed where we realized that it is actually possible to have an agricultural value chain that is strongly reliant on energy coming from distributed energy systems. I remember receiving comments from the floor about whether we are only focusing on solar, but also not considering other technologies. And I remember the floor also agreeing, including the PEMSEC, highlighting that all renewable energies are on focus, and the country is actually coming up with the, I think it was called what, National Integrated Energy Resources Plan, which would then take into consideration all the other renewable processes, also linking with the agricultural value chain. So I would just highlight some of the technologies I'm seeing here. There was talk also about solar pumps, solar dryers, refrigerators, and there was a comment about refrigeration being needed in some value systems to do with fisheries. There's also, I think, in talk of where there is need maybe to ensure that our produce reach the market while still fresh. Then lastly, the consultant also highlighted the need for collaborative efforts and support networks to ensure the success of the agricultural value chain is linked to the DREs. Then there was also some discussions pertaining to statistics on national energy access, so that at least we have an appreciation of where we are and also where we need to go if we are going to realize powering our agriculture with decentralized renewable energies. With those few remarks, I think I thank you.